Forever. Dog.
Sometimes school is incredible and you can't quite explain it, so you try. Is Hampton High? Hello, you're listening to Hampton High, the podcast that asks the question, what about WTF with Mark Maron, but for my school? I'm your host, Hampton McKelvey. I'm a junior, and I'm talking to Rockville Prep's most interesting students, staff, and all the above. Rockville Prep, go Skunks! Hello, community. Thank you all so much for listening. As usual, this thing is popular and incredible. Before we get into the interview, I just want to call out something that I've been noticing. In episodes prior, I have mentioned the tension between the juniors and the seniors. Not mean that as tension, but, basically juniors calling out seniors, seniors calling out juniors. Just a general sort of, I don't want to say rivalry. I really don't want to say rivalry, but something akin to that. And I just want to say to, everyone in the school, that is going to happen every year. That is not crazy. It's always going to happen because juniors are, napping at the heels of the seniors because they want the taste of the power that the seniors already have. And so, as the year is winding down, that's a kind of natural thing. Honestly, it's been worse in years past, but right now we are in a particularly ripe time for the junior and senior tension. So, I don't want to say I'm a part of it, but I guess I am because I'm a junior and I'm proud of it. And I just want to say the seniors, I love you guys. I have so many friends amongst you. I have been wronged by some of you, and I suppose I have wronged some of you too. And for that, I publicly apologize. And to sophomores, notice how I apologize, and next year maybe you treat me a little bit better. And to freshmen, just chill out and don't worry, you'll get enough. You'll figure this out by the time you get to where we are, the few, the proud, the juniors. But we have a very interesting guest today. So who I wanted to bring on was my good friend Nate Stein. You guys know Nate Stein. He's for some reason, the only cool dork. He hangs out with all of us, but, doesn't do sports and is a magic card head and does D&D with the dorks, but also, but it's one of my best friends. It has been one of my best friends for a long time. It just has a cool attitude who we all like. I wanted to ask him, but he couldn't do it. And then I thought about taking a risk. So what I have is my good friend Nate's little sister, Rachel, who is a freshman, who I'm going to say this right now, I feel like I've spent a lot of time with you just by hanging at the Stein residence, and we've always had really chill conversations. We don't really know each other, but we've always gotten deep when we hang out. And so this is a freshman. This is a girl I don't know very well. I just thought we'd talk because we've talked a bunch at her home when I'm hanging out with her brother. So this is Rachel. Rachel, thank you for being here.
Oh, hey, Anton, thank you so much for having me. First of all, I'm really sorry that Nate couldn't be here. He's has stomach flu and it's
if it's Nate, yeah, he's got a problem with his stomach for sure.
Yeah, and he keeps eating sushi from that place that does the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's disgusting. I call him out a bunch at just sushi in general. I think it's disgusting. Raw fish should not be a part of a diet. Is my personal opinion.
Oh, I mean, I like it sometimes, just not from that place. That there's surrounded by gas stations and stuff. So
yeah, but wouldn't you not say in general that fish is, I don't know, fish is, I don't know, it's fishy. You know what I mean? Fish is fishy and I don't know, it feels unhygienic to eat something that isn't cooked.
I'm so happy to be here.
Of course. Thank you. I wanted you to, I don't know, we don't really know each other very well. You're a freshman. How was that?
Oh, I mean, it's been a kind of a crazy year, but I feel I'm kind of getting the hang of it, and I'm understanding kind of where everyone's at. It's a lot bigger than my last school. My graduating class in 8th grade was literally 18 people.
Yeah.
So this is definitely a difference, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm kind of just hanging out with a little bit of everybody, and
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, from afar, it seems like you're really, cross germinating, what's the word? Cross, you have a bunch of friends from different crews and from different grades, which is kind of rare for a freshman.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think that cliques are really a thing. I wouldn't identify as a sports person or a theater person or I like journalism, but that I don't make that my life. You know what I mean? I feel like balance is really important.
For sure. Me too. I also feel the same way about that.
And like ever since I started Men in Black Mondays, like I feel like that's kind of drawn like an eclectic crowd.
Yes.
So I feel like that's just been kind of wonderful. It's like really taken off.
Can you talk to Men in Black Mondays for people who haven't, people who aren't in the school, people who don't know? If you're in the school, but if you're not in the school, can you explain what that is?
Okay, so like I started off just like wanting to create sort of a community space where people could watch Men in Black.
Yeah, of course.
And I feel like, so we were just like watching it in order, but then we sort of branched off and like now we're sort of following the director commentaries and like works that inform Men in Black and like just other things sort of around it, like alien culture in film.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's just drawn a lot of different kinds of people.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I went to the Alien and Aliens screening, those movies, Alien and Aliens. I went to the Avatar screening.
Yeah.
Went to the Avatar screening. And they were just like, they were lit. People loved it. It was cool. It was just, I don't know. It was like a nice weird, and it was weird, like it was weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird movies and like, I don't know. I want to like keep it true to like where Men in Black is at
For
in
sure,
sort of like the film canon, I guess. But like, I still want to just make room for all different kinds of aliens in cinema.
Yeah. And I think that's like, cool. Why Alien? Why Men in Black? I mean, you started it. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why did you? Why? Like, why?
I needed some community service credits this year, and like,
for sure.
It was kind of getting down to the wire, and I was like looking around what was in my house, and like I haven't seen Men in Black in like literally like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean that's cool. I'm glad that I also know what you mean. Like I made this to like I don't know to start community, I suppose, or just celebrate community rather than start community because this isn't really you can't really create a community through this type of thing, but you can expose, celebrate. Are freshmen liking it? By the way, I don't want to make you like a spokesman for freshmen, but like I'm curious because like we've said, there is sometimes tension between grades, and especially like people and seniors. And I guess other people always feel like juniors are being presumptive with their attitudes. Does that make sense? Or like, presume a status, or presume a sort of, or flexing a lot. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, I don't really know. Like, I kind of feel like the freshman class has its own kind of drama that it's dealing with right now. So,
for sure. Yeah.
So we've just been kind of like dealing with that ourselves. I have some friends who listen to the podcast, and I like told them to do it.
Cool.
Since you're like over, whenever like we have tacos and stuff. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love the taco nights.
Thank you.
At Stein's. Yeah. You cook some of those, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I do.
Did you do? Which one did you do?
The carnitas.
Oh yeah. Those were so good.
Thank you.
Those were so good, and Nate his stomach could not handle it.
Oh yeah. He really wrecked the bathroom.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Can you edit that part out? I'm so sorry. That's so embarrassing.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Sure. By the way, you can curse here, and we edit out all the curses. We can edit out that part too.
Okay. Great. Yeah. He told me specifically that I shouldn't talk about his like diarrhea stuff.
Oh wait. Did he talk to you? Because he hasn't even talked to me before this podcast. Did he talk to you before this podcast?
Oh. I mean, yeah, I like talked to him to be like, what should I know? Like, what should I do? And then he like specifically mentioned like not to talk about diarrhea. Assuming that you're going to edit all this out.
I'm going to edit this out. Do not worry.
Oh my God, because there was that. Well, never mind.
You can tell me when to edit it out.
Okay, so like, okay. Do you remember when everybody went to the planetarium?
When? This year?
When was it? I guess it was earlier this year. Yeah, like October.
That was the lower grades.
Okay. Damn it. Well, whatever. Don't worry about it. It was like around that time. Nate went to an all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. I don't know why he keeps eating seafood. This time it was
disgusting.
cooked.
Yeah.
Well, I just mean like he's whatever.
I mean, even
so
cooked fish is like a little bit weird to me.
I mean, there's a reason why he like mostly wears black pants now.
Yeah.
And that is because he definitely pooped himself in the car. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed that I said that out loud. Yeah, no, of course not. Why would he say that?
I don't know. Don't worry, we'll edit it out. I should talk to him about that because, like, I know he's a sophomore. Yeah. I'm a junior, but we're pretty much the same age. I don't know how that works, but he's like, But he is in the sophomore class. I would love to just do a podcast just about people's perceptions of Nate, because he is like a weird kid who like everyone loves, but also like does weird stuff and like. But it's not. This is about you. It's not about him. It's just easy for us to talk about him because we like
we both know him.
It's our connection.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, like I'm not like he and I are very, very different people. You know what I mean? And like. Sure. I really respect that he's like into taxidermy. I like really think that's super cool. I think it's like, he like has all those like conspiracy like YouTube channels and stuff like that. I think that's really cool. It's just like it's not particularly my thing.
No, not mine either.
Yeah.
Not mine either. But he's also like, we don't have to talk about him.
Okay.
We don't have to talk about him.
Sorry.
Let's talk about you. And you need to talk about the freshman class has been going through some drama. That is very true.
Yeah. I don't really know what's going on. I feel like it was an issue with where the lockers are located.
Mm-hmm.
We feel basically like we've been shortchanged as a grade.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with like the kind of like layout because I feel like in between classes, there's like no time to get the things you want to get. Like everybody's bumping into each other. And we just feel like we need more respect and like more visibility.
For sure. So can I give you my honest take on that?
Yeah, please.
So like we all went, I don't want to make this like it's hazing, but like we all went through that. So it's sort of like what and where else could it go? And who else but the freshmen? Do you know what I mean? Like, and I know that's shitty to say, but someone has to have those lockers. Like it's not like, and why would you get? And if you gave them, first of all, then if you gave them to the sophomores, you guys would have it next year. Gave it to the juniors, outrage. Give it to the seniors. I mean, come on, we talking about a walkout here, more like a boycott or whatever. So like. I understand what you're saying, and I am proud how vocal your grade has been to the administration about your needs, and I think that is something that will suit you guys for the future, advocating for yourselves. But in this one particular issue, I just sort of think it's a lost cause,
I mean, I hear you, but I also think like that space could be utilized differently.
Okay, but keep lockers there, but still utilized differently? How so?
No, like not have lockers in that area.
Okay, but then where would your lockers be?
We were thinking like maybe carving out a section of the science room and just doing lockers in the back.
I mean, it's a big room, but like a classroom with, that changes it from, then we're losing a classroom. You know what I mean?
I mean, I know, like I hear you, Hampton. This is like, we're trying to work this out in committee now.
I'm not trying to, I'm giving you my take. And that's all I can give.
Okay, thank you.
For sure. But what else is going on? I don't know. Let's just talk. What else is going on?
Like with the freshman class or like with me personally?
I mean, whatever, man.
I guess personally, so I had a setback recently where like my favorite horse that I used to ride in middle school is being like taken off the market as a horse that you can ride.
Oh, you were an equestrian?
I was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've like tried a little bit of everything,
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm feeling like sad, but I also get it because like horses have to get pregnant sometimes.
Oh, it's pregnant?
Yeah.
Oh, but that's beautiful though. That's beautiful. I mean, if when you first said it, I was like, oh no, old, that means dying. But pregnant, that's,
Yeah, just an old pregnant horse. But like, I'm going to miss riding her for sure.
For sure. I'm sorry about that. That's a bummer.
That's okay.
When's the last time you rode her?
Oh, I mean like middle of 8th grade, really, like before finals in 8th grade.
So you're sort of, so you're sort of out of the horse world, but it's always nice to know you can come back, that type of thing.
Exactly right. There will always be horses.
We don't know that.
Okay.
Like not to be real, not to get real, but like we don't know if there will be horses forever. So like they're an animal that like they were wild ones. Now they're not.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
Well, what will we ride?
Yeah, but cars.
We'll ride. Other things that I have going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I like, so I'm up for in the debate team. Like I'm going to be going to regionals.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
As a freshman?
Mm-hmm.
You kidding me?
No.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh man. Wow. Hey, good for you. What is that? Oh gosh, that happens in the summer, right?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I used to think that debate was for nerds, and so like.
Well, it kind of. No offense.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying.
I hear you. Like none taken. Like for sure. And in 8th grade, I actually like on purpose lost the school-wide debate so that I wouldn't have to go on to them.
Oh, Rachel.
I know. It's like I'm so done with that. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like I've like grown so much in the past like 6 months.
Awesome.
So I've really like been applying myself, and I kind of love debate. And so yeah, over the summer, we're going to be going out of town and that's really exciting.
That's
We're like going
amazing.
to stay in a hotel.
Those trips are fun for sure. Like,
Have you gone out of town?
yeah, I mean, for lacrosse, obviously we've done stuff, and
Right.
then some at the end of the season, like the girls lacrosse team and the guys lacrosse team, you know, we all travel together and stuff like that. And I've done like the ski trip before. And I did the Six Flags trip before. We stayed in a hotel that night, which is really cool.
Do you recommend that?
Yeah, I do. It's incredible. It's so much fun, and you can like the teachers don't really they're having a fun time too, so they don't really watch you very much. Like people, you know, shit goes down. Like, you know, like
Wait, like what?
you know, stuff goes down. Like we got high for sure.
Oh my God.
At Six Flags. A little bit of partying. Freshman year was when the freshman year ski trip is when me and Cassie made it official. But I don't want to talk about her right now.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that.
Don't need to talk about it.
Okay.
But it's fun and it's great. It's really, 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 really great. And I would suggest doing it because you will like make a new friend. You will make a mistake that you are happy you made. And it's just like fucking fun to hang out with your fucking friends with little supervision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's my take.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
maybe I'll do it next year.
Yeah, I mean Nate never did it because he got too like freaked out. He's weird. I have traveled with him before, and he's weird on travel too. He's kind of a weird homebody in that way.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, are you gonna edit this part out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Fair food, like amusement park food, is like really rough for his tummy.
Why does he eat?
I don't know.
It's like, to be real,
Yeah.
like it pisses me off sometimes. Like I know I should like just feel bad about it, but it literally pisses me off because I'm like, dude, like this could like kill you, you know, like. And for him not even to take that seriously, just like, it's just so irresponsible, you know? I just like it. I don't know. I can't put myself in his shoes that I can't put myself in his shoes that way because I've never had that type of problem with food.
Right.
But like, it just makes me angry because it happens all the time. And it seems like it could stop if he just like thought about what he wanted to eat. You know what I mean? It just kind of makes me upset.
Yeah, I mean, it like affects our whole family for sure.
Yeah.
And you too when you come over and like, yeah, I know you know.
Yeah, and like, I mean, it's probably why we've hung out so much because he's been to the bathroom so much.
Yeah.
And like, what do I do, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but that's also been cool. I feel like
Yeah.
that's kind of like a silver lining. Like,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
you know, all that like toilet timings that like, I mean, I feel like there aren't a lot of juniors who like talk to the freshmen even. So it's like, it's kind of cool to have that perspective.
And this is me being real, like,
Yeah.
I've talked to like freshmen at parties or like, you know, if I talk to freshmen it's through like lacrosse, then it's like teamwork stuff,
Sure.
team stuff, or like at parties where there's like, you know, it's a party, there's like stuff in the air. It's like status is heightened and softened at the same time. So like no one's really themselves, just like a version of themselves.
Yeah.
And it's where they would just like shoot the shit with someone, you know, which is what we've been able to do.
Right.
Which is cool, you know?
Yeah. I feel like we would have a really different school if that's like something that people did more often.
I mean, I think there'd be a lot of different schools if like there was upper class. There should be like an upper class. I'm just like brainstorming right now. Like an upperclassman, lowerclassman, like
Like a buddy system.
I don't know. That might be a little like condescending, but you know what I mean. Like I guess I was thinking like a dance, which does not work whatsoever. You know, but I was thinking like an event or space.
I would be really into that. I feel like that would be cool. I mean, I went to prom this year.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
I went to prom as a freshman too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
What was your theme that year?
That year was football.
What is it? What does a football dance look like?
There were footballs everywhere. There was like our flags everywhere. All the guys who were on the team like wore their helmets, which was like
God.
cool for us. Must have been weird for them. You know, that must have been weird.
Like trying to dance with a helmet on?
Which and they did dance with the helmet on, which was very, very cool.
That sounds really cool.
This year seemed fun. I didn't go this year.
Yeah, no, it was really fun. Like the donuts were delicious.
Yeah.
And like I love streamers, so like it was cool to see
a lot of
those.
streamers.
Yeah. But there weren't that many freshmen. I feel like there were like
There rarely are. Well, if I can say, there are usually more girl freshmen than there are guy freshmen. You know?
Why do you think that is?
You know, I'll be real with you.
Yeah.
As a freshman, and I did go to prom with a junior when I was a freshman. So like I'm taking myself out of this a little bit, but like freshman girls like will date upperclassmen, and upperclassmen guys will like, I mean this in a good way and a bad way, like pray after freshman girls. They'll like give them attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've found, and this is my personal experience, like it's a really weird thing because it's like girl, when you're a freshman, the freshman girls are like, oh, I want someone mature.
Right.
And like as a guy, you're like, these guys aren't mature, they're creeps, And then as an upperclassman, it's like, oh, I want to ask this freshman out, and then the upperclassmen girls are like, you're being a creep, But then I'm like, yeah, but like I told you that was creepy when we were that age, and now, you know what I mean?
Totally.
So like that, I mean, that's like that's not really a theory. That's just sort of like, that's not a theory of why. That is just like what I think it is. Does that make sense?
It totally does. I mean, like Colin Flaherty was the one who asked me out, and like we met at MIB2, like at the screening that I had.
Oh, nice.
So it was just kind of like no big deal. It was like as friends. Do you know what I mean? So I like actually didn't feel any of that happening.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, which is great.
That's cool. But do you know what I mean? I hope that wasn't like rude or anything.
No, I mean, hey, like I don't know. That's like not my perspective, but
sure.
it's interesting to hear that.
Yeah. Are you dating anyone right now?
And
then you can say I don't want to talk about it. That's cool too.
No, I'm not dating anybody right now.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to like figure out like where I'm at school and stuff like that. I don't really have time. Like the screenings have kept me super busy and stuff. And like, yeah, I'm just kind of like meeting new people. And I mean, that I've like told you this before, like in 8th grade. Yeah. With you, but like, not any. I mean, not anymore. No. Like, I don't.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like it's I mean, I'm flattering and whatever, but like it's just whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm just trying to sort of play the field now, so like nothing super serious.
Cool. Yeah. That rules, and like summer is the perfect time to do that. And debate. And let me just say, doing a debate trip is definitely.
I've heard about that. Yeah. Although my dad always says that you're gonna meet really argumentative guys.
I mean, for sure. Yeah, they are argumentative dudes. But your dad's an argumentative dude.
Oh, I mean, yeah, like he's a lawyer, so like
your dad's a weirdo.
I mean, that's also true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like we come from a pretty interesting family.
Yeah. I mean, your dad, he's obsessed with the Roman emperors.
Yeah, Claudius is his favorite.
Okay.
I don't really know anything about it because I kind of just like glaze over every time he starts talking about it.
For sure.
But like, ancient Rome, he's really into. He's like super into like decorative pottery.
Mm-hmm.
Like also like reproductions of the time.
Yeah.
He collects coins. Yeah.
Coins are so what I think he likes me because he showed me his coin collection and like saw me turn around on it. Like he brought me in, showed me his coins, and I was like, what is this? And then like he for sure won me over. Like coin collecting is actually very cool. And if we're talking about the history of commerce and the history of like how commerce moves through hands and like what we commemorate on commerce, and especially like that Roman stuff where it's like so based on, and I'm taking this from him, but like, based on, like who is the emperor, who is in charge, what iconographer, what do they want to communicate to the people? Because at least at that time when this coinage is media, do you know what I mean?
Oh my, you sound just like my dad.
I mean, I'm taking this from him, so I don't mean to, I mean, I'm sure you've heard all this shit from him before.
Wait, okay, so in every debate, there's like a part where there's like the rebuttal. And so I kind of want to bring that into the room.
Okay.
So like, is there anything that like you would want somebody to ask you?
Like in general?
Like during one of these, like during an episode
of Hampton High?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like people do ask me stuff. And I feel like I have gotten a little personal, but like, and I mean, sometimes I wish people ask me about guitar, but like I do talk about playing guitar because it's a rare thing that I do that not a lot of people know about. But I don't know. Not really, I guess. That's a good question, but like I do feel like I'm kind of an open book on this thing. Is there something you feel like is there something you know about me that I haven't like brought out at all? Like I feel like I've talked about a lot of stuff. I mean, I haven't talked about my mom, and how it's like, and like how, she's like a lot younger than my dad, and like how I've talked about my dad and how like there are different, I have like family, you know, I've got Davey, of course, but then I have like half siblings too, which I don't know.
I mean, you're welcome to come over anytime.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we can talk about that some. I mean, you know, families are families, and like you do with them what you have. But no, I guess other than that, not really. I feel like I'm a pretty open book on this thing. I mean, like, you know, it's when you ask it's same thing with debate, you know, when you give, you get, you know, and I've learned that when I get from the guest, I have to give from myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, but that's a good question. You could do this too if you want, I think. Like,
oh, thank you. That's really nice.
no, it's true.
Can I plug something? Are we at that time of the show?
You may plug something, yeah.
Okay. So, Close Encounters of the Third Kind is going to be screening in room 206 at 7:30 next Friday. And Principal Brown said that we can stay there until like 9:30, 10.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, there's going to be like extra security there. So like
There's chaperones and stuff?
Yeah. I mean, as many as like we are required to have, so there will be adults there, but
Cool.
I'm planning on making some like mint lemonade, and there's going to be brownies for sale, and the brownies and lemonade are going to like sale proceeds are going to go towards funding maybe like an alien stakeout. Like we might drive out and see if we can actually find any. That's going to be sort of like an upcoming event.
That rules. Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
That's very cool. Everyone, I'll be going to this event, all right?
That's awesome.
So I'm co-signing this. I'm saying I will be there if you want to hang out. I'll buy some brownies. That sounds cool.
Yeah, room 206.
Room 206. Okay, well, I mean, I guess last thing, this is kind of weird to ask you, but who do you think is the coolest freshman?
Oh, I don't know. I don't really know. Like, cool is going to mean a lot of different things to different people.
For sure. That's a safe answer.
Okay, well, all right.
Know what this can mean for you? How about like a freshman who like you haven't gotten to get to know very well, but you would like to get to know better? How about that?
Okay, that's great. So, Cassie Mountain.
Okay.
She is like, I can tell she's really smart, and I can tell she's really talented. Like, I love her art project that she did, like when she made the mural out of stickers.
That was really cool.
I thought that was like really like new and kind of like innovative.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I know her as well as I'd like to. So yeah, Cassie.
She seems to have her own little crew that doesn't really branch out from itself. And that's not a diss. It's just she seems to have her own little crew that doesn't really branch out.
They're in the art room all the time, and like I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Well, hey, thanks so much, Rachel.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Forever Dog.
This has been a Forever Dog production. Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. For more original podcasts, please visit foreverdogpodcasts.com and subscribe to our shows on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Keep up with the latest Forever Dog news by following us on Twitter and Instagram @ForeverDogTeam and liking our page on Facebook.